Today we've got the first look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, we've got plenty of confirmations on the specs, and we've also got news of a Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Now before we get started though, let me know in the comments who out there is excited for the Z Fold 6, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech. So first up, we've got the new colours leaked for the Z Fold 6 thanks to reliable leaker Ross Young, and according to his tweets, the Z Fold 6 is going to be coming in dark blue, light pink and silver, and for those of you interested in the Flip 6, he also tells us that that's going to be coming in light blue, light green, silver and yellow. Now we've also got news that the phones are going to be arriving in early July, and the Unpacked event is expected to be on the 10th of July, and it's going to be the Folds alongside the Buds 3, the Watch 7 and the Galaxy Ring. Something you can purchase now, however, is today's video sponsor, the Osbot Tiny 2 4K webcam. The Osbot Tiny 2 is a feature-packed 2-axis gimbal webcam, and it offers incredible 4K quality thanks to its 50-megapixel 1/1.5-inch CMOS sensor, and it delivers great color and detail with very fast focusing. It's got plenty of AI features that not only mean you never have to adjust the webcam, but there's also a lot that you can do with it. The camera is going to track you using AI, and not only do you have a variety of tracking options within the software, you can use voice commands such as track me or zoom in closer, but then we've also got the magic gesture control too, and it can be used to adjust the tracking or control the zoom. We can select areas to track such as the upper body or a close-up, and we've got more features like desk mode that's especially going to be useful for me to film an unboxing on the desk. We've also got hand tracking, which again is going to be incredibly useful if you're talking about something that you're holding and want it recorded. And then we've got a dual native ISO for epic low light performance, and even a beauty mode to smooth out your skin for those that want it. When you turn off the device, it also looks directly down to protect your privacy, and overall it's just an incredibly versatile camera. Now for those that want a new webcam, I highly recommend it, and of course I've placed the links down in the description below, so go ahead and check it out now. Now back to the Z Fold 6, we know there may be two different versions, and while many sources are claiming there's going to be a Z Fold 6 Ultra, it doesn't actually look like that's the case. Now it's more likely we're going to have the Z Fold 6 along with a cheaper version, and according to reliable leaker Ross Young, the main difference is going to be that the cheaper Fold won't support the S Pen, but as soon as we hear anything more on the cheaper version, I'll let you guys know. Next up, we've got the full design of the Z Fold 6 leaked thanks to OnLeaks and SmartPre, and OnLeaks has proved his reliability time and time again, so we can be pretty sure that this is correct, and they provided a 360 video as well as a lot of high quality renders. So straight up we can see it's got flat edges like its predecessor, but the corners now have a lot less curve, making for a more boxy design. We've also got the same port placements with the mics and speaker grill up top, then on the bottom we've got the USB-C port, another speaker grill and then another mic at the bottom. The camera module on the rear looks exactly the same, with the triple camera setup in a vertical layout as well as the LED flash, but OnLeaks has also given us the dimensions, and it comes in at 153.5 by 132.5 by 6.1mm when unfolded, and this means it's 1.4mm shorter and 2.6mm wider than the Fold 5, and it falls in line with the previous leaks we had about a wider form factor, but it means that the news about a thinner Fold was also false. Now it confirms a 6.7-inch foldable display along with a 6.2-inch cover display, and the report also advises of Gorilla Glass armor protection for the cover display, along with 2600 nits of peak brightness. Like many others have advised in the past, it's going to use the same camera system as the Z Fold 5, and a new report also states that like the Galaxy S24 series, the Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6 are going to be getting 7 years of security updates. This is great news for those of you that keep your phones for a long time. Now for those of you excited for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, we're now going to run through the full specs, design and the expected pricing to help you guys decide which one is right for you. For my regular viewers, you guys have seen this, so just skip to the next video, but if you're new here, then hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, we get a 7.6-inch foldable 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display. While it's the same size as its predecessor, we're expecting improvements in brightness, color accuracy, as well as durability. It's coming with a resolution of 1812 by 2176 and is going to be protected by Samsung's newest ultra-thin glass. Now there's also going to be less visible creasing in the center of the new foldable display, as well as water and dust resistance. For the external display, we get a 120Hz dynamic AMOLED protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 3. It's going to be a 6.2-inch display, and while the current resolution is unknown at the moment, Samsung are reportedly working on a much wider aspect ratio, and we're also going to see improvements to the brightness and color accuracy, and it will of course have a punch-hole camera in the top center. Now the selfie cameras are going to be a 10-megapixel wide-angle camera on the cover display, followed by a 4-megapixel under-display camera on the internal display. Then over on the rear, it's a 50-megapixel primary camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and then a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. Now it's actually the same camera system used in the predecessor, but hopefully we will still see some improvements thanks to the software. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 globally, and we get 12GB of RAM with up to 1TB of storage, and this will of course be UFS 4.1. It's coming with a 4400 mAh battery, and while fast charging is still currently unknown, we're hoping for improvements to both wired as well as wireless charging. In terms of connectivity, we get advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3 and Wi-Fi 7, and then we also get ultra-wideband support, and it's coming with One UI 6 based on Android 14, and it's expected to launch from $1,850 in August 2024. So the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is beginning to look like the fold that we've all been waiting for, with a new form factor on top of all of the other upgrades like better displays, a better chipset, but unfortunately the same camera system as before. Now given that the Fold series has remained the same for so long, it's refreshing to see at least some changes to the design, although personally I would like the form factor to be just a little bit wider. Now given that it's got so many similarities to its predecessor though, I can't imagine anyone with a Fold 5 rushing for an upgrade, but for those of you with an earlier Fold or looking to get their first Fold, then it could be a great choice. Now of course the official launch isn't until July this year, but in the coming months we'll no doubt get more and more leaks coming in, and I'm going to be sharing them as soon as they do, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing in the future.